Remember when SimCity absolutely had to be online and they told us it's because the calculations were offloaded to their servers and we knew they were lying, and then we found out that they were in fact lying, and then they removed the online only restrictions and now they're dead? This is why we take the initiative to see these things coming from a mile away. There's a massive void in city building games and Cities Skylines is looking to fill it. Developed by Colossal Order and published by Paradox Interactive, both companies with pretty good track records so far, but after all the lies and design problems with the recent SimCity, people are really hungry for a really good game. Does this game deliver? Yes. Yes it does. But for the sake of having a complete video, pretend I didn't say that and we'll take a look. For those of you who have never played a game like this before, here's a simple explanation. You're the mayor, and you're building a city. Build roads, water, power, and zone the areas. Then provide services when they unlock because you need them, and it just keeps going on like that. The whole unlocking of things in the game is something I'm getting tired of, but the way they implemented it makes sense here. It allows you to focus on the things you need at a specific point in the game, and it prevents you from spending money on things you don't need. It's very easy to get into this game. Building a city that runs smoothly is the challenging part. The game implements an agent system. You can follow individuals and vehicles as they go about their day. You can see people go to work or go to school, go shopping, and then go home. But I don't think the game is completely reliant on the agent system. In specific cases, I do see an ambulance picking up a patient and taking them to the hospital, but in most cases, it looks like it just uses the agents to help them with the simulation in specific areas, like traffic and taxes. I noticed that a bunch of trucks are spawning from the cargo train yard. There's more trucks exiting than entering, and it looks really weird, but only if you're paying attention to it. In areas of heavy traffic, sometimes you'll see a glimpse of a vehicle despawning. One thing that is bothering me is the emergency vehicles continuing to obey traffic laws. Nobody is pulling over to let them pass, and they don't even try to drive on the wrong side of the road even when the path is clear. I don't know the exact details of how the simulation works. It could be pre-calculated based on the amount of traffic and the speed limit on a given path, or perhaps the fire trucks absolutely have to get to the burning building to put out the fire. Doesn't really matter too much in the end because the game is working. There's also very few maps to choose from. The game has a map editor and full support of the Steam Workshop, so you can download new maps and mods, but what I'd really like to see is a random map generator. Give me a map that's mine, and mine alone, that's given to me with a single click. But once people add their maps to the Steam Workshop, that should make up for it. Same thing with the buildings. You may get bored with the same old stuff all the time, but people are creating new buildings as we speak. What amazes me most about this game is that it takes full advantage of multi-core processors. I set the game to its fastest speed, disabled cores in the task manager, and watched it. I have an i7-3930K processor. That's 6 cores plus hyperthreading, so it's effectively 12. With a city this size at full speed, 3 cores are maxed out and start dropping frames. Hyperthreading does absolutely nothing for this game, so any quad-core like an i5 processor should run the game smoothly to an extent. But more to the point, the game is multi-threaded. It's about damn time! We've had multi-core processors for over a decade, and in that time, I have never seen a game run at 100%. As my city grows, it'll probably hit 50%, and the frame rate will go down and I'll be sad again. But that also means that in the far future, when we have 16 or 18 core processors, the game's performance will scale up, and without a patch from the developer. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. We don't analyze the next few years, we only analyze the next few months. Reviews, let's plays, and small-scale mods for the next few weeks. All very positive stuff. One of the former artists that worked on SimCity is now modding Cities Skylines. Interpret that however you want, but I think that's really cool. Things like that are going to make headlines for the next few weeks. They don't need a big marketing budget. They made a really good game that's in demand, so they have word of mouth. They have notable people a part of their community. Half of my Twitter feed was about Cities Skylines. I'm sure you can imagine what the other half was. Over the next few months, this game will be even bigger. This game has no competition. I'm not aware of any games announced to be released in this timeframe, so this game has free reign over the entire genre. If you want to build a city, you're playing Cities Skylines. All the new content made in the first few weeks, you'll have access to 10 times that amount in the next few months. I doubt they'll release any expansion packs, but they have released DLC for their previous games, so that's a possibility, even though there's going to be a huge modding scene. I think this will end up being the go-to city building game. It's like they looked at the recent SimCity game and said to themselves, yeah, let's not do that. And then proceeded to not do that. The game has a few problems, but they don't break the game or detract from the fun. Just a few weird things. At worst, they're minor annoyances, but what we have here is a game driven by passion and the desire to make something good and fun, and you can have it for $30. There is only one reason you will never get this game, and that's if you're not interested in city building games. It's a solid purchase. With the way the game is set up, anything is possible. I'm looking forward to seeing what the community comes up with in a few months. For now, we'll just let them get to work. Thanks for watching!